If you're a musician, singer, songwriter, or producer, or you're just looking to be around some super creative and talented people, the Sound Temple in Angels Camp is a great outlet for you. I'm Jason Currier with the Calaveras Enterprise and Sierra Lodestar, and with me today is the founder of the Sound Temple, Nate Nathan. Nate, thank you for joining us today.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, very much appreciated. Well, first off, Sound Temple, it's located in Angels Camp. It's right on Main Street at Angels Camp, correct?
Correct. Yep. Downtown Angels, historic. Yep. We're right down here.
Beautiful spot, great building.
Yes. Yes.
The Sound Temple itself, it's a like a creative hub. What exactly is the Sound Temple itself?
Well, it's a project that was kind of born out of me just thinking about all the things that I need and that help me. And what if we project that out and give that to other people? So, yeah, I think that's a great way to describe it. It's a creative hub. My mission statement verbatim is the Sound Temple is a Christ-centered organization that builds community through music and prayer. So there's a spiritual Christ aspect, but there's also the music, and kind of merging these things together have been kind of the story of my life. And so it attracts a lot of creatives. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you guys offer all sorts of different programs during the week. Like you got are you still doing the Jambian and
We're doing it. We're over 2 years strong every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. I think I've been to a lot of jam sessions and I love a lot of them. But what we have here is it's a very unique jam session. It's so cool, and it's got its own genre that's kind of being born from that. And we do the vocal
right?
workshops there every first and third Monday. I added, since the last time I talked to you, I added another
Uh-huh.
vocal workshop. First we had
Oh,
the littles for the 1 to 5 year olds, and we had the adult one, but now we added this youth one, which is somewhere anywhere between 8, 9 to 16. And so now we have those workshops. We have the prayer group that happens every Thursday, and we have
gotcha.
special guests that come in.
Right, and it's generally somebody in the music industry, like a producer or a songwriter or something like that, and they do like a
Yeah,
little
for our
workshop then,
special
right?
guests. Absolutely. So, and I have to say, there's been some developments on that as well. I've just been thinking about incorporating guests that are connected to the everything temple connected. So when I'm saying that, I mean we sing, and so many things affect how we sing, which is biomechanics,
Hmm.
the nervous system. And so I'm looking forward this year to bringing in some guests who specialize in all these different parts of the temple, just so everyone can continually get this education on the voice.
Super, super, super cool. What a great concept, and it's something that I think this area really needs. I said this
Mhm.
in the last time we had a chance to chat. If I growing up in the area myself and being kind of a creative artsy kind of kid, I've found that if it wasn't 4-H or football, it's not that the resources weren't there, it's that they're somewhat hard to find sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I can relate. I went to Mountain Oaks and
gotcha.
Columbia College, and there's this kind of, I don't know, as an artist, you think if I'm going to make it, I got to leave this county to get the things I need, and
Right,
then come back. And so
right.
I think there's kind of been this motivation to create, for those who are still here, a way of still growing and developing in these
Yeah.
fields. Yeah.
Absolutely. What a great resource for everybody, not just young people, but
Yeah.
adults as well, like you say, folks that have maybe had to leave the county or those that have stayed in the county and they're just thirsty for this sort of an outlet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like, I feel like the underdog of, you know, I I went out, I went to LA, then came back, and me
Gotcha.
and my wife, we had kids, and so it's like, okay, now we're here. Now what? I can't just travel. What do we do? And so in desperation and created something for me, and then all of a sudden realized that I'm not the only one who feels that way. There's
Right.
people in their 70s, 60s, 40s, 30s, 18 who want to have a creative hub that's moving
Right.
them forward in their craft. Yeah.
And creativity is one of those things that it's contagious. And when you're around other creative people and just in that mindset, it just really it starts to kind of feed itself and kind of takes your creativity to another level when you're around other creative people, I think.
So true. Yeah, getting that culture, that conservatory, that university, or even that big city culture where it's just like, wow, there's so much happening. This guy's doing an album, this person's doing a painting, and I'm
Right.
going home now and I'm just really feeling like I'm going to finish this project I've been talking about. Trying to creating that is, I think that is the coolest thing ever, right? It's like it's
Yeah,
contagious.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And before we get into your new project here, how do besides going to Angels Camp and going to the temple itself, how do folks find you?
I have a website right now for the Sound Temple, and that's nnsoundtemple .com. And
Got it.
so that website's still being developed, but it's available now. And you can find me on Facebook, the Nate Nathan Sound Temple, Instagram. You can find me there as well.
Got it.
And you
Not hard to
probably
find.
be walking around town, just tap me and say, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Let's go be creative.
Yeah.
There you go. I like it.
Totally.
So, what's this new project that you've got going on?
Wow, it's still in development, but I think it's exciting to share these things before I don't even think they reach full. I think they're just always developing and evolving, and it took me a while to kind of say, "Hey, it's time to share this."
Yeah.
It's called the Temple Program, and it
Okay.
comes from after being open for a little over 2 years here. Been known as a staple as a vocal place. Most people know if you want vocal lessons, a lot of people come here. But what a lot of people don't know is a lot of those vocal lessons evolve into something else. And that's something I wasn't prepared for. I didn't know that most of the vocalists end up getting interested in maybe keyboard or get music theory or production. A lot of my vocal students, we end up producing them and doing video or some audio. And then the people who I produce and make music oftentimes will come over to the vocal side and tips are given in that way. So I realized I have these two modalities. We have the vocalist, and then we have the creator. And
Right.
so I said, you know what? It would be really cool to just put both of those together. Yeah. And I think they always were supposed to be together. Because for me,
Right.
that's what brings me the most joy. I can sing all day, but eventually I'm like, I'm ready to go make some beats. I'm ready to go compose
Right.
some. And then from there, then I'm back here. And so I've been developing and I'm feeling really good about it right now. This whole program that would look something like if say Jason wants to join the Temple program. I want to do this. So imagine it as a mini university experience. It's like 3 months. We just chunk it in 3 months, see how it works for you. And over the 3 months, the first month we work on everything vocal because again, this is the even it's not even about singing. It's just even as a piano player or a speaker to feel comfortable in your body,
Right.
everything. And it's going to just open up your creativity. So the first month we do that. The second month we move into crafting and we're into musicianship and listening. And if I'm bringing people in collaboration, just getting people used to being a musician and knowing that everyone is supposed to be one. Everyone can be one. And then on the very end of it, the third tying everything up is even going over stuff like, hey, here's how you record a record and here's how you distribute. Here's how you protect your music and be a sovereign artist. And you imagine after these 3 months, we could infinitely go with this and grow.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just the beginning and just kind of educating people that like you may never have felt like a musician or a singer, but here's some proof that you're just the how you were made. You are an instrument, and this is what God always had for you. So
Right.
very excited about introducing
Yeah.
this.
What a fun project.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like you said, taking that next step and helping folks produce the actual music and how to protect yourself as the artist. And that's something that folks generally don't really think about when, yeah, I want to be a musician. Well, okay. Well, how do I actually go about that? Like, how do I not just go about that technically, but in terms of, like you say, like protecting yourself as an artist and a creative person and protecting your product.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I've learned the hard way that music can be taken.
that sounds like a tough lesson to learn.
It's a tough one to learn. And I have to say, and it's going to take some continual messaging and reminding people that what this program is it's not even necessarily just for the person who has a proclivity to music. This is for, and if you're retired and you live in Greenhorn and you just enjoy listening to Johnny Cash, there's something in here for that person too. It's um it's moving away from what the music industry has defined what it means to be an artist and
Right,
stepping more into this holistic place of that everyone can be an artist, even if you just learn how to listen in a different way
right.
and listen to your favorite records with just a deeper knowledge and appreciation, which is yeah,
So you could be just a fan of music. You don't necessarily have to be a talented person that's producing music yourself.
absolutely.
Hmm.
And I think that's the even more fun part too, because
Right,
um, I think a lot of people underestimate how much joy and fulfillment you can get just from being exposed to these sorts
right.
of yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I know you said that you're still kind of developing the project, what when are you planning on actually putting it into to works and when can folks actually start this?
I'm thinking it's looking like in the next month or two.
Yeah.
I think we should start. I have some incredible supporters of the space. Mark Degenhardt and Kathy Collins. They've been great. And Mark, he's my business consultant. So we've been
Gotcha.
bouncing this thing off each other for the past 4 or 5 months of just refining it. Me bringing stacks of paper, like, hey, this I got this idea. I got this idea. But have you thought
Right.
about And so it's been nice to have another person to just bounce things off of,
Yeah.
um, who is also a non-musician, and that's kind of the big thing. It kind of helps me really think of, let's make sure that we're reaching the whole community, not just a small little section, but
Right. Right.
yeah.
Right.
And ultimately,
The
I mean,
whole
I have this bigger, crazier dream. Why not even share it? That like, hey, as we're developing people who are capable of doing what I do in their own way, if the Sound Temple ever expanded and opened up in another location, we're now creating people who can carry on and do this sort of thing in different
right.
cities and bring the same thing to different communities.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. What
Yeah.
a great thing to bring to the community and give them just an outlet. That's
Yeah. Oh
fantastic.
man, I could go on and on about how
Yeah.
you practice have kept me sane and gotten me through so much hard times just to have this a craft to lean on in this way. Um,
Right.
yeah.
Right. And I'm sure that this project's really taken up a lot of your time right now. But I know that you're also a filmmaker. Do you have anything going on there? Any projects in the fire as far as your films go?
Oh man, yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess you've seen the the Arc
I
7.
have.
It's hard for me. I don't even want to say I'm a filmmaker because like there's guys who like really do it. I do it because I have to because I like this audio is not enough. I visually need to say what the story is. So yeah, I'm actually releasing a new project
Oh, okay.
called Phantom, and it's PHNNTM. Um,
Okay.
and that's coming out March 7th. That'll be streaming
Oh,
everywhere.
wow. Right around the
And
corner.
right around the corner. And so it's directly connected with the film I released, the Arc 7, which is a universe of lore in itself that I've been creating for a long time. And now I'm actually just sticking to the story and sharing it for those who are watching. And I think this album is the most musical as far as like a broad, like its own musical. Um,
Wow.
Venture a lot of acting, a lot of me playing different voices and sound
That's great.
effects. There's quite a few songs, but they're all broken up into 3 chapters. So I wanted
Oh,
to like a book experience when people listen,
right.
but I'm really excited about releasing
The
it.
way albums used to be made when you told a story not only as a song but as a whole where you listen to from the beginning to the end and it tells a full story like back before streaming and Apple Music and Google Music and all the back when people actually bought an album.
Oh man, you that's such a great point because we with the efficiency and accessibility, we've broken the whole thing, the album up for the sake of like, hey, so you can have your favorite song, you can listen to this one, you can
Right.
skip tracks and you can shuffle and playlist them. But I really love the idea of the limiting thing. And I know this album might be annoying for some people for just the way they're used to streaming. But
Right.
those still need to have an experience and maybe that it'll limit the audience and or make the audience slow down a little. But I think I love having an album experience of all the way through.
Yeah. 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 Fantastic. And folks can find that on any
Yeah,
kind of streaming app or at the
any
Sound
streaming.
Temple.
Yeah, any streaming, Spotify, Apple,
Mhm.
Amazon, it'll be streaming everywhere. Also, you can follow these specific projects on natenathan.com.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the Sound
Gotcha.
Temple is over here, and Nathan's over
But
here,
then,
but they're connected. There's like a wormhole connecting them both.
right. Gotcha. Excellent. That's fantastic. And you recently had your Broadway show as well that was quite the hit. Are you planning on doing another project like similar to that or
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. So March 8th is our encore performance, and
oh wow.
that'll be
Another
our
one right around the corner.
another one I know. And it's funny because I'm singing as Phantom of the Opera and one of the songs, and so I said let's just drop Phantom the album before that.
There you go. I like it.
Michelle, Michelle Martin put this thing together, and I'm just honored that she had me a part of it and working with her and Michael Rourke and Larkin. It's just been a transformation for me vocally. The amount that I've learned just doing this kind of work has been so special.
How exciting.
So yeah, please, yeah, come to the final encore show, March 8th. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun
And is it going to be at the Bret Hart Theater?
at the Bret Hart Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a
Excellent.
Sunday.
Super cool.
Yeah,
What a fun project. You got all kinds of stuff going on.
I
You're
know.
a busy man.
I know. I sometimes I say, wait, what am I doing?
Right. When do you sleep, man?
When do I talk to kids?
What's that, right?
I know. Yeah. Once you
And you're a
stack up
family
stuff.
man on top of it.
I know, yeah. Well, you start finding out like, oh wow, humans are capable of far more. But I will say this, I found the balance in the past year, which has been really nice, of just like, okay, busy and cut off time and rest, and the organization has helped me quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet. And just to have just an outlet to let your creativity grow like that while you're so busy, that's
Yeah.
massive.
You know,
Yeah.
when I think about this, like you think about capacity, like what are you capable of getting done in a day? Sometimes it'll feel like that your capacity is far smaller than it actually is. But when you
Right.
have an outlet to actually release in some creative way, you'll find that I actually can do a lot more when I'm really happy, right? Like when I'm
Right.
really fulfilled from doing something.
What a great thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And you're still working with the C Star folks too as well, right?
Yeah, still have some C-Star students, and
Yeah.
they have their show, coming up this week in Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, right? Yeah. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
and so those kids are just killing it, doing incredible work.
Do you
Yeah,
have any students that are in the Mary Poppins show coming up?
yeah, I actually do. I have a few of them in there. Yeah, I'll be going
Awesome.
there. I think I'm going to go there Sunday and see. I'm very excited. Going to take the kids and go see it. Yeah.
Fantastic. That is very cool. Well, do you have anything else going on here, bud? Like,
Anything else?
what
Oh.
else do you have going on?
Oh man, what else? I'm in this place. I guess I'll even share this. I'm really excited. And you're a camera guy, so I think you'll appreciate this. I've been shooting all my little fun short films and music videos on a Sony A7 II.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm re in the next, I don't know, week or so, I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna get a Sony FX30.
Fun.
And so my brain is just creativity is running because I'm just thinking about some of the
All
more
the
pop.
different things you can do
Oh
with your
man,
new toy.
yeah. So a lot of
Yeah.
my free time and my creative thinking, I'm really thinking about bringing this Phantom album alive and who to work with. One of the things I want to do more this year is collaborate.
Yeah.
And sure, if I'm able to do all the things, cool. But like, how much cooler if there's someone else on the other end of the camera, or doing throwing any other ideas in. And so, I'm doing a lot of kind of storyboarding and sketching out of what these videos will look like for this
Hmm.
Phantom project.
How cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Super cool. There's so many creative people in this area too that you can collaborate with, and from musicians to producers to photographers and
yeah,
filmmakers and
so many. Yeah,
yeah.
we've got good soil up here. I'm excited to see our industries develop up here. I have a buddy, he lives in LA, and LA still a lot of great things happening, but with even after COVID and the fires, there's been kind of the industry's kind of been dispersing in unique ways,
Hmm.
which is unfortunate, but it also makes me think of like, wow, we can also change this whole paradigm that you don't have to go to Southern California to be successful in music. Like, what if
Right.
Angels Camp became a place that was just like a breeding ground for, I mean, it seems to already be, there's so much talent up here, and
Yeah.
now just kind of orchestrating it in a way where, we all can continue to live up here and have
Yeah.
an income where we can buy a house one day maybe from doing music
Yeah.
or art, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So cool. Like, good
Yeah.
for you for providing that outlet for people and for having this hub that people can go to. Like I say, it felt like as a youth it just wasn't that easy to find.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
So
Agreed.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking time out of your obviously busy schedule.
Of course, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me. It's always an honor.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate it.